girls who are awesome stay in bad relationships? This was a question I was asked recently, and I think it's an interesting one, so let's dive in. First, I think it's important to note that this kind of situation can occur regardless of gender. Men or guys who are also in these kinds of relationships can stay for similar reasons. It can be really difficult when maybe we meet somebody and we really like them, but they just are not available because they're in a seemingly or admittedly unhappy relationship. If you're in a situation like this, I think it's important to remember that you can definitely be supportive, but you also want to respect that person's boundaries. It's natural for you to want to tell this person all the reasons why you think their relationship is bad for them, but ultimately they're the ones that have to come to that decision. So I wouldn't put any additional pressure on them, but I also wouldn't wait around for them to come to the realization. The saying that sounds cliche but is very true is that if something's meant to happen, it will. In the meantime, if you're trying to understand why someone might pursue a relationship that is bad for them or unhealthy, then hopefully this will give you some clarity. There could be one, a few, or many of these factors at play. The first one is emotional attachment. They might feel deeply emotionally connected or attached to this person, making it difficult to break away from the relationship, even if it's one that we would consider toxic. Attachment styles are a topic all on their own, as well as things like trauma bonding. If you want to learn more about this subject, there is a book called Attached by Dr. Amir Levine and Rachel Heller that I think is very helpful, and I'll link that below for you. The second reason why someone may stay in an unhealthy relationship is because of low self-esteem. Some people genuinely believe that they don't deserve better, or they may fear consciously or subconsciously that they won't be able to find somebody else to love them. It can be very hard to have faith and believe in the things that we cannot see, but that is something that I want to teach on this channel. When you have a deep conviction and a trust that there is something better out there for you, it will happen. Building that trust within yourself and with God will help you get there. The fear of being alone can also be a factor. Some people are very afraid of being single, so we see them jump from one relationship to the next. It's also natural for our brains to seek what is comfortable and what is familiar, even if it may not be the healthiest option for us. So we choose the familiar because it seems less scary. They also may be hoping that the person that they're with will change. And this is something I think a lot of us can relate to. We see someone's potential, so we wait and wait, hoping that they will become the person that we think they're capable of being. But the change that that person is going to make needs to come from within themselves. The fifth reason is that they may be isolated from support networks. If this person's partner is abusive, they may be trying to isolate them from friends and family, which makes it more difficult for them to be able to seek support and potentially get out of the relationship. Another sometimes overlooked factor is that they may be influenced by outside pressures. It could be that they feel pressure from their family members to maintain the relationship. So belief systems can play a role in why people stay in certain relationships. Financial dependence is also something very real that causes people to stay in unhealthy relationships. Sometimes people stay because they can't afford to leave. Some people may also be in a miserable relationship, but the financial situation is comfortable, so they stay for that reason. They may feel a sense of guilt or responsibility. They may feel guilty for potentially hurting their partner. Or let's say it's a relationship where children are involved. They may feel a sense of responsibility to keep the relationship going for the kids. Emotional manipulation and gaslighting can also be a reason why people stay in unhealthy relationships. It could be that they're being led to believe that they are the reason for the relationship problems. Someone may genuinely not know that they are in an unhealthy or toxic relationship because they don't know what a healthy relationship looks like. This is not their fault. If someone's current relationship looks a lot like the relationships that they saw growing up, then it's likely that that's what they perceive to be normal. So if someone has observed nothing but unhealthy relationships throughout their entire life, finally learning what a healthy relationship looks like can be life-changing. Remember, someone being in a bad relationship is not a sign of weakness, and it's not a reflection of their character. Leaving an unhealthy relationship can be extremely challenging and often requires a lot of support, which can include getting professional help. If someone you care about is in this predicament, the best thing you can do is encourage communication and provide emotional support. Just being a listening ear for someone can make a world of difference. I hope this message was helpful for you. If it was, make sure you hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.